Hey folks, how's it going? This is Iron Seagull here, back with another Sims Info and Thoughts video. So, I discussed near the end of my video yesterday relating to a cut feature from my wedding stories that EA's been really silent with The Sims on social media, because even now, as of Tuesday night, they have said nothing on their Twitter page. Not even retweeting builds or replying to comments like they usually do, even when there's no news. It's just been complete silence, which is pretty bizarre. I don't remember the last time they've gone silent for that long, if they ever have. It's making me wonder if the reason for this silence is that they are putting some sort of plan together to release a statement about my wedding stories and how they'll fix how broken it is. But interestingly enough, a survey has come out about my wedding stories. I think this survey was going to release regardless of whether my wedding stories turned out to be a really broken pack or the best game pack of all time, because they've done some surveys like this before. I remember I did one for a survey about eco lifestyle a bit after it came out, and they've done a couple of surveys for kits as well. So yeah, it's not completely unprecedented, but with the context of the whole silence, it is kind of funny how this has happened. But it's not just that, it also is clearly intended for people who have not bought the pack yet. When you go to the survey, at the end of the URL, it very clearly says non-buyers survey GP11. So I don't know if there is also a buyers survey that is floating around somewhere. I didn't even know this survey existed until I saw it on Twitter, linked to the official forums, but I don't know how people found this. Was it in game, like in the main menu? Because that's how I've come across some of the previous surveys. Or was it sent directly through email? I don't know. I'm a bit confused about that. But also, you're not locked out of the survey if you have bought this pack, because, well, there's not even a question that asks if you've bought it or not and then kicks you out if you say no. You can just take the whole survey regardless. I know I mentioned the URL clearly saying non-buyers, but I figured maybe they'd still put that question anyways as another sort of measure, but nope, they didn't do that. So with all that talk out of the way, let's get into the actual survey questions. So it does ask, which of the following game packs have you heard of? And there's 3 different answers you can give. Yes, I know this pack very well. Yes, but not sure what it offers. And unaware. So, of course, I put yes, I know this pack very well for all of them. Well, except for Star Wars Journey to Batuu. I have no idea what that is. I think they're talking about Star Wars Journey to Rabbit Holes. But yeah, let's just move on to the next question. They ask, how did you become aware of the My Wedding Stories pack? And there are a bunch of different options, like hearing about it through friends and family, or through social media, or from influencers, or live stream, or on the official website, or the Sim Gurus. But yeah, you can actually check off multiple options. You don't have to check off just one, so I actually did go and check quite a few of those. The next question is, what would influence your decision to purchase this pack? Nothing further, I already plan to purchase. A friend recommending it. Playing with recent scenarios. Interesting to see that one pop up, especially since they put a couple of scenarios recently related to the pack. Being able to try the pack before I buy it. Seeing positive reviews. Resolution of bugs/crashes. Seeing a trailer or pack gameplay. Seeing what other players create with the pack going on sale, other, or nothing. I won't purchase this pack. Putting myself into the shoes of just your typical consumer rather than an EA Network creator, I definitely would say resolution of bugs/crashes would influence it the most because of how broken this pack is. But you can check off multiple options just like the previous question. So I would also say seeing positive reviews, being able to do that pack trial, like being able to try the pack before I buy it, and seeing a trailer or pack gameplay. Definitely the pack going on sale too, because even though I haven't played that much of the pack myself, from what I've seen, it's not worth the price of a game pack, because I would still say other game packs such as Vampires and Parenthood provide way more content for the price. And I don't feel like, okay, sure, yeah, it does have a decently sized world for a game pack, and it does have a lot of create a sim and build, buy items, but it still just doesn't feel like that far above a stuff pack value to me, even though it would be above Dream Home Decorator in my opinion, but still not too much higher. If I did not have my wedding stories, I think the only things I feel like I'd be missing out on are Tartosa, and I guess some of the Create a Sim items too, but it's still not something I need super badly. So basically, I feel like I'd be missing out on a few of the extras rather than the main point of the pack to enhance weddings, so that's not good. Anyways, let's get back to the survey. So next they ask, which of the following scenarios have you played with? Power couple, honeymooners, and engaged in conflict. So the only two options are I have played with this scenario or I have not played with this scenario, and I have played none of them, so that was a pretty easy part for me. Next they ask, compared to the base game weddings, what have you heard about the My Wedding Stories pack weddings? They are much better, they are somewhat better, they are almost the same, they are somewhat worse, they are much worse. I haven't heard anything about them, and other. And, well, of course, I would choose they are much worse. The final question asked, what else do you want to tell us? So of course I had to speak my mind here, so I will share what I wrote. This pack had potential, but it's clearly unfinished. So much of the gameplay is very basic, glitchy, or does not work at all. Please don't just move on to the next kit without fixing anything in My Wedding Stories. It's so horribly broken, and it's not right to charge full price, especially in this state, and we deserve to have that addressed. Also, this was a huge missed opportunity to reintroduce the romantic attraction system that Sims 2 and Sims 3 had through a free update alongside it. All in all, it could have better fit the scope of a game pack if it enhanced romance in general, not just weddings. Compared to some other game packs like Vampires, Parenthood, and Spa Day post-refresh, there is not enough content here. That brings us to the end of this survey. So even considering the pandemic and work from home conditions, I cannot excuse a pack that is so obviously this bad. It's just not fair that we got something like this, and it clearly needed more time in development. It's not like as if they've completely lost the capability of releasing good content, because we got Cottage Living well into the pandemic, and at least for me, I would consider it one of the best expansion packs they've done for The Sims 4, and generally, a lot of people love the pack from what I've seen. And the Spa Day refresh was pretty decent, even though it did have some bugs, but still, not nearly as buggy as My Wedding Stories. And that wraps up another Sims Info and Thoughts video, so feel free to let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. What do you think about My Wedding Stories and this survey? And be sure to subscribe if you'd like to keep up with my latest gaming content, including life simulations and more. So I will talk to you all later, and have a great day. Thanks for watching!